Hello. Today we are going to discuss about PDO. In the last class, we discussed about connecting to database with MySQLi, that is object-oriented approach. And today we are going to discuss about PDO. If everyone join, then I will start. I hope everyone is doing fine. So again and again, I'm telling you, you need to practice the programs. These programs are essential. So either in your MSc or in end semester examination, whatever the concepts I've been teaching you, so be sure that you are practicing all the programs. So now in the last class we are discussing about MySQLi, and today we are discussing the PDO, PHP data objects. So here it is also an object-oriented approach, and it provides certain methods with the help of which you can able to connect with your database. Okay, so still people are joining. I'm just waiting for them. So PDO, PHP data object, it is an object-oriented approach. So it provides certain classes, certain methods by which you can able to connect with your database. So I told you the advantage between MySQLi and PDO. The advantage is PDO can able to connect any type of database, whereas MySQLi is meant only to connect with your MySQL database. So this thing you need to remember carefully. So in PDO, you're having different concepts, like you're having your data source name, DSN we call it as. So already you know DSN, how DSNs look like. So if you take your JDBC program, then we need a connection string. So here also we needed of a connection string. That connection string we call it as a data source name, DSN. So there are certain principles to build this DSN. So you need to remember this particular string. So when you recall this string, then it is very simple. It is not like JDBC colon MySQL colon and so on, a lengthy string. Instead of that, it will be a very simple string which start with the name of your database. Suppose if you are going for MySQL, then this will be MySQL colon, then you need to provide a host name. Then you need to provide a host name, and this host name will refer to the server name. Suppose if your database is running on localhost, then this will be localhost. Okay. So similarly, if you want to connect with Oracle, this changes. This DSN will change according to your database. So the localhost is the name of your the localhost is the name of the server. Still people are joining. It is taking a lot of time. I'm just asking you to join it time. So meanwhile I'm teaching, I'm getting in between the prompt. So that is the reason I ask my student to join early. Okay, if class is at 11 o'clock, you should join before it 5 minutes. So it will be in a waiting mode. So I just let everyone to join them. Okay, so here the host name is a server name, comma, there is a property called as DB name. So what is this DB name? DB name is nothing but whichever the database you want to connect, that particular database name. So suppose I want to connect to the database in my local host. Suppose so I need to on the WAMP server. So once WAMP server is on, then you can go with MySQL console. So the username is root and there is no password for this. So now you already know this. So show databases. So there is a database called as kids. So I want to connect this kids, use kids database. Now show tables. So these many number of tables are there. In the previous class we have created one table. Okay, so like select asterisk from the student one. So these are the entries we made, like roll number, name and attendance percentage. So this we have discussed in the earlier class, that the things that has there in my database. So I am going to select a database called as kids. So this is just a simple DSN name, MySQL colon, then localhost followed by this. So there is a chance that if you have been working with localhost, then you can also omit this. You can omit this part called as an host name. So when no host name is provided, it will think that by default the host is localhost. So now quickly we'll see the other things. Like it has again the username. What is the username is? Username is root and there is no password. Okay, so these basic details you need to remember, and now we are going to write some program that with the help of which you can able to connect with your database. So PHP program this is. So from here you listen carefully, that I am going to create some variables now. So first variable name is DSN. So what is this DSN is? So just now I told you what is the DSN is. DSN stand for MySQL colon host equal to localhost comma DB name equal to hits. Okay. So user, what is the user? Username is root, and what is the password? Password is null. Okay. So here the PDO provides a class called as PDO class. So let us make a variable called as connection variable $con equal to new PDO. So what this new PDO will do? This new PDO will create an object of PDO. So it takes different parameters. What are those? So this is a constructor which takes the parameter DSN, user, comma, $pass. Because here no need to again separately provide the database name as we are doing in MySQLi, because the database name is integrated in your DSN name. So here this can throw an exception. So while creating a connection to the database, it can throw an exception. That is the reason the PHP provide a object-oriented approach. Like you can write try and catch block. You can write a try and catch block. So this catch block can have a PDO exception. Okay, like dollar some p. Okay, so now, so this you need to remember that definitely this can throw an exception. So when it is throwing an exception, it should be in there a try and a catch block. Okay, so by default, if you want to throw an exception with PDO, there are certain ways, like you need to set some properties. So what properties we need to set is there is a method called as set attribute. What is the set attribute method? Means it will set certain parameters of PDO which tells that error mode should be on. Okay, so by default the error mode of exceptions will not be on. So hence I need to on this exception mode. So I need to write PDO. So these are the enumeration types under the PDO class. So one is ATT underscore, all are in capital letter, ERR mode. Okay, this is one variable. And the next one is PDO scope resolution, then ERR mode under exception. So these are the things you need to recall, that definitely you need to set an attribute, and those attributes will be PDO, ATT underscore error mode, and PDO, then error mode underscore exception. Then only it enables you to throw an exception. Once the exception arises, it automatically throws to the class called as PDO exception, and you can able to write echo error occurred. So what error occurred? You can able to justify this, that there is this $E also an object. So whenever I am writing like an arrow, you need to think that this is an object. So there is a method called as get message. Means it will get a appropriate message of what type of error has been occurred. So that will convert that to a string, and that method name is get message. So once this is done, it means that the connection has been opened. So once the connection is opened, then you can able to perform the queries. So what query? Suppose I want to execute a query. So let us write a SQL query. This is a variable. If you observe, whenever I'm writing dollar, this is just a variable. So what is a variable? I want to create table, create table like products, which has an ID, okay, which belongs to integer, comma, p name, which is of varchar of 20, and every product has an price. This also will get it in integer. Okay. So once this query is ready, then it is very simple in PDO that you can execute the query only within one method called as, the method name is query. Okay, so what I have to do, like dollar, I have to use the connection object, and I need to execute the query with a method name called as query, which takes a variable or a string. There is a variable string, and it tries to execute. Okay, so it returns me either the query has been successful or not. Okay, when it is create, update, delete, all those things, it will return me a status stating that whether the query has been executed executed or not. Okay, so it returns a boolean value. So I can write this like if this, then what I can state, echo table products created. Okay. So what will be the else part? Can anyone tell me? What will be the else part? I'm waiting for chat box. Can someone tell me what is the else part? Make it fast. What is the else part? Respond. Respond in the chat box. Dollar con of error. No need to print an error now, because here error is already been catching here. Okay, so no need to bother about the errors now. You simply need to write echo table not created. Okay. The reason will be displayed why table not created with this exception. So whenever this try to execute, this throws an exception, directly it will come over here. Okay, so actually no need of the else part, but this is the safer side we are doing. Like we are writing an else part. So this is the end of this PHP code. Okay, so I will save this file. Save. What is, I can save it to create product table with pdo.php. So once I got this, then I can go with localhost slash. So we have to observe whether product table is there. No product tables are there in my database called as kids. So I need to observe when I run this, then it should execute. Unexpected error at line number 18. We need to go to line number 18. Can anyone tell me what the error is? Close the connection, semicolon after query. Yes. So create table product. So no need of semicolon here, it will execute anyhow. Just stating that there is a problem in catch. What is the error? Right, concatenation is missing because I'm given dot here, so the dot should be here actually. Okay, that's fine. Someone find it out. I appreciate. But that is the reason we are not getting that. So rerun. So there is a problem in the host name. So here I think that there is a problem over here. So we'll see. Actually, this host name localhost, it has to be given with an with your MySQL address like 127.0.0.1. We'll check this, or you can also remove the local host. So by default, it will take it as localhost only. So this is attr underscore error mode. So invalid database. Selecting dbkits. Okay. So actually, when you are not using any local host name, then you can directly provide MySQL colon db name equal to the database name. So earlier it was comma here, so no need of comma because by default it will take it as localhost. So that was an error. So now table products has been created. So when I run this program, then we can see show. Then we can see with the help of show tables that a table has been created called as products table. Okay, so let us explain this. Explain products. Now whatever we created like p name, price and id, everything is been, you are getting those details. Okay, so now suppose sir, I want to enter these product details from my web page and I want to insert these details into my database. So how does it possible? So let us select all these things, then go for a new program. Okay, then let us write a form. So remaining thing you can understand. So I'm just writing form and the post method, like head, body, everything you can write it. So no need of any action because by default the action will be performed here itself. Input type equal to text, type equal to text, name equal to, I will write it as id or PID, means product ID. Okay, similarly, I will create product name and price. Okay, so here I will write BR, breaking of this. Here I will write product ID. Then we will write product name, and here we will write product price. So this is the thing. Then we need to write an input type equal to submit, which has a name like SBT, means a submit button, and the value is save product. Means whenever user click on this button, submit button, which name is save product, then automatically the product need to be saved. So I will write it like insert with pdo.php. I'm saving this file. Okay, now what we can do, that we can able to now take the values. Okay, when have to take the values? If is set of, I'm using post method, so hence the array, super global array will be the post method. Then what is a button name? SBT. If SBT is set, then only you have to come inside of this, then you need to perform everything. Okay, so the indentation, you do the indentation, I'll provide you this with the file. We are running out of time, so what we can do is, here you can able to get the dollar PID equal to dollar underscore post of, what was the name I have given, PID there in the form. So dollar P name equal to dollar underscore post of. So these names PID, P name, price should be matched with this P name, then dollar price equal to dollar underscore post of price. Okay, so once you got all these details, then simply you can able to write this as a query, insert into product values. What values you want to enter? Already the values is being defined, so hence I can go with this dollar PID comma dollar P name comma dollar price. Now let us try to run this. This is not table created. This will be simple like product saved, or else we can write product not. Anyhow, this will not execute else part. Why? Because it, when you throw an exception, directly it come under this exception type. Okay, so we need to run this. So what is the file name? Insert pdo.php means insert query with the help of PHP. There is an error. Here there is an error, right? Someone figure it out. Line number 10. Okay, improper closing of this, right? So now it is asking us for PID, P name, and the price. So product ID is 1, P name is like pen, cost is some 10 rupees. Save. Okay, column not found, unknown column 10 in the field list. Can you tell me why we are getting that error? Why we are getting that error? Because it should be enclosed in a single quote when it is when this is an, I already teach you this in the class. But this should be enclosed with single quote. This is a start and end of this query of the string, and this is an start, this is an end, this is a start, and this is an end for this. Okay, now again we'll enter product ID is 1, name is pen, price is 10 rupees. Save. Okay, now the product is saved. Why? Because the second argument, the second column was varchar. So whenever it is varchar, then you need to have it in a single quote. Okay, so I need to select this, select asterisk from products. So 1, product ID was 1 with 10 and with 10. Okay, so now you need to have a doubt that, sir, this dollar query will execute all the things. Yes, sorry, this query method will execute all the queries. Yes, it will execute all the queries, either insert, update, delete, whatever the queries you want to execute, you can able to use this query. Suppose, sir, I want to select the data from the, suppose I want to select the data from my database. Okay, so simply we can go for, no need of a form now. Okay, so I'm removing the form. Then no need of reset checking. Then simply I can install this query. I want to write a query called as select asterisk from products. Okay, so what this query will do, this query will execute, and now it will not return me a true or false. Instead it will return me a number of rows. So it returns me an array of rows. So this is very simple. In PHP, it is very simple that you can able to store that into one array that will be associative array, and it will store under dollar rows. Okay, so no need of this else part like this. Okay, so now this dollar rows will consist of an associative array. So I can write for each method of dollar rows
చిన్న మాట్లాడుతున్నాను
as
చిన్నగా మాట్లాడుతున్నాను ఆయన
dollar row means it will try to fetch all the rows. Meanwhile, everyone give the attendance in the chat box. Okay, so now I can write it like an echo. So here you can able to observe, then what is the column name? The column name will be the name from your database. Suppose the first column name was id, so you get an associative array called as dollar row of, you can refer to this as id. Okay, means it will fetch the one row and it will get you the data. Similarly, you can write dollar row of, what the second name is, p name. Yeah, it is p name. So now the column name should be similar over here from your database. So now echo dollar price, and this will be price. Okay, now I will save this like select products.php. So what the select products.php will do, this will try to select all the things. Okay, now I need to run this file called as select product.php. There is an error again. So there is no semicolon I missed here. I missed the semicolon. That's the reason you're getting this. So now there is another error that I did not close this if condition last block. Okay, so undefined PID. Why? Because here the column name was ID, but I'm using it like PID. So definitely it will give an error then. Okay, where it is selected ID. Yeah, these are the errors. Okay, so no need of any post data for me. So now price undefined variable price. This is not price, this is what? This is row. Okay, so now you can see that 1 pen 10, but what is this 1 pen and 10? What is 1 pen and 10? 1 is ID, pen ID. Yeah. So now one is the pen product ID and the product name and the price. So this is not a proper way to display the data. So hence I can write it here like in double quotes product ID, and I can concatenate that with a BR. Okay. So this will be, so don't come in last moment. I'm not going to give attendance to you. Just know you are joining. Product name is this, and the BR, and the last one is what? Product price. This is concatenation. This is concatenation. Here the concatenation, and the last one is BR of this slash. Okay, now this will be clear that product ID is one, product name is pen, product pride is this. Okay, so you can open a new tab there. You can enter localhost slash insert video.php. So here I will enter like product 2. The thing is some pencil and price is some 5 rupees. Save the product. So product is saved. Then I can come here, and if you rerun this, then you can see that the database is been updated, and you are selecting the number of rows from this. So this is a very simple thing. Like you can go with adding of the product and retrieving of the product. So you can create a frames there. You can write save product, retrieve product. Okay, product with a certain ID. So suppose if you want to select a product only with certain ID, okay, then you can write it here where ID is equal to, then you can take an ID from this. Okay, so this is the today's session. Now you need to write some other program. So you can take other programs like a task that you complete this part. Select asterisk from product where certain ID is given. So you have to take that ID from the form, and you have to display only that particular product ID. Okay, so with the help of this you can able to create some grocery store, online store. We will see in the next consecutive classes that how to create and these things. Okay, any doubt? There is 1 minute, one minute left. If you're having any doubt, you can raise it. In the tomorrow class, we'll see about the prepare statement. These are all simple statements. Similarly, you are having some other methods which are called as prepared statement. So we'll see the prepared statement, how to insert image into database and retrieve the image from database. So retrieving and storing the images into databases, someone asked me. This I already given you the program in your JDBC. Okay, JDBC have been send you some program. You check that program, then you just send me a request on my WhatsApp. Then I will send you the files in PHP. That you need to convert that to an array of byte of streams. Okay, that array of bytes of stream need to be uploaded to your database as blob or clob. Okay, any other doubt? But the best method is storing under folder is the best method, because